10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello and good day everyone. This is Sir Marcy and our lesson for today is all about introduction to formulas. One of the interesting features in Microsoft Excel is the formulas. A formula helps to calculate and analyze data in a worksheet. It is a means of summing up columns or rows of numbers, calculating the percentages and other mathematical operations. In entering a formula, we must have an equal sign as the first character in a cell that contains a formula. The equal sign tells Excel that the content of the cell is a formula. Without the equal sign, the formula will not calculate anything. It will simply display the text of the formula. Okay, in this slide, it shows how to write the correct formulas. Okay, so just like what I've said earlier, formula must begin with an equal sign. So here, this is our formula bar. Okay, so we were going to write equal sign, and we're going to, let's say for example, the value of our B1, which is the cell address of B1 is 3, then B2 is 2, then B3 is 5. Then sa ating A4 na cell address, nakalagay yung word na total. So, before natin i-press yung enter, we write equal sign. So, naging B1 plus B2 plus B3. So, when you press enter, so after pressing the enter, notice na it adds up the cell address na binigay natin. So, yung nilagay natin na formula, inad niya yung total nung mga yon. So, that's now 3 plus 2 is 5 plus 5, then the sum or the total is equal to 10. Now, also, let's try to examine the next slide. What if hindi tayo naglagay ng equal sign? Let's say missing equal sign siya. So, before pressing, so we do the same thing. In-input natin yung mga given data here. So, B1 is 3, B2 is 2, and B3 is 5. Then, A4, nakalagay yung word na total. So, hindi natin siya lalagyan ng equal sign. So, before pressing enter, ito yung ating data na nilagay. Then, after pressing enter, what do you notice? So, no change or nothing happens since it is not considered as a formula. Here are some of the basic types of operations that we can perform in MS Excel. You can use any of the following operation in a formula. So, for example, addition, we use the plus sign. For example, equal sign. Remember, when you input a formula, we must start or begin with equal sign. So, equal sign or equal sign A1 plus 3. Then for subtraction, we have the minus sign here. So equal sign 100 minus B3. The multiplication, we use asterisk. So that's equal sign A1 times B1. For division sign, we use the forward slash, which is equal to, for example, we have equals D1 over 100. And for exponential, we're going to use caret. So equal sign A2 raised to 2. Okay, so let's try to have some examples para makita natin yung paggamit ng formulas and also these operators. Okay? The order of calculation in MS Excel. Formulas calculate values in cells in a specific order. The parentheses and other mathematical operators used in a formula are determined. Excel will evaluate the order of calculation in a formula. So Excel performs calculation in the following order. First, exponents. Next is multiplication and division. Third is addition and subtraction. Also, take note that you can use parentheses to change the order that Excel performs calculation. Excel will calculate data inside the parentheses first. Remember, in calculation in Excel, it also follows the mathematics rule of PEMDAS, wherein parentheses, exponent, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. To apply our lesson. So, halimbawa, I want you to perform this. No, let's say I want you to add A1 plus B1 times we have C1. Okay? If we're going to write it in equation, so let's say i-place natin yung ating formula here at E1. So, gawin natin, input natin is E1. Okay? So, equal sign. Then, A1 plus B1. So, itik lang natin siya para makita natin yung cell reference nila. Then, times we have C1. So, first and foremost, bago tayo maglagay ng formula is kailangan may equal sign. So, let's now press enter. So, the answer here is 24. So, paano po nangyaring 24 yon? So, just like what I've said, the order of operation, nagsimula siyang mag-multiply. So, 5 times 3 muna yung ginawa niya, which is equal to 15. And then, sa kanya sinunod yung next operation, which is plus 9. So, 15 plus 9, the answer is 24. Now, let's try to put parenthesis naman or maglagay tayo ng parenthesis. Let's say A1 plus B1 multiply to C1. What do you think will be our answer? Parehas kaya yung lalabas? So, let's try to place the answer here. So, E5 tayo maglagay ng formula. So, again, we write equal sign and then input this. So, maglalagay tayo ng parenthesis. We have A1 plus, tik natin si B1. Then, multiply to C1. So, if we press enter, the answer here is 42. So, bakit naging 42? So, since naglagay tayo ng parenthesis, the order of operation will change. So, uunahin niya munang i-perform yung nasa loob ng parenthesis. So, that is 9 plus 5. The answer is 14. Okay, so 9 plus 5 times 3 yan. So this is 14 times 3. And the answer is 42. Kaya ang nakuha nating sagot doon ay 42. Our last example, let's say gagamit tayo ng multiple operation. Let's say I want you to, or let's say we're going to evaluate A1 plus we have A2 divided by A3 plus A4 multiply to, let's say, A5 plus A6. So, in this example, meron tayong multiple operators. So, una is alamin natin kung ano yung magiging sagot nito if we're going to use the formula. So, let's say we're going to place it, yung formula natin sa A8. So, dito tayo maglalagay ng formula sa A8. So, first and foremost, don't forget to write equal sign. So, equal sign, then ilagay natin, open close parenthesis, A1 plus A2, okay, all over A3 plus, we have A4 times, we have A5 plus A6. Okay, so pag pinrest natin yung enter, okay, so error. So let's try to figure out ano yung error natin. Ayun. So this must be multiplication. Para makuha natin yung sagot na 227.75. So paano na rin gagawin yon? If we're going to compute it manually, so una is i-input natin yung mga given data. So yung A1 daw ay 30 plus 25 all over A3 is 20, then that is plus, no? So plus 15 multiply to 10 times 5 or 10 plus 5, sorry. Okay, 10 plus 5. Okay, so simplify muna natin. Yung 30 plus 25, alam natin na that is 55. So 55 divided by 20 plus, ito namang isa, meron tayong 15 times 15. Okay? So 55 divided by 20, if we're going to solve for this is equal to 2.75. Okay? 2.75, Then 15 times 15, so that's equal to 225. So pag inad natin itong dalawang to, the answer is 227.75. Okay, so again, inuna munang inoperate ni Excel yung nasa loob ng parentheses. So inapply niya pa rin yung PEMDAS. So after nun, nung pag parentheses, then ginawa niya is nag-multiply siya and then divide. So 55 divided by 20, the answer is 25. And 15 times 15, 225. So pag inad natin yung 2.75 plus 225, the answer is 227.5. So parehas siya sa sagot natin doon sa formula.